Well, hello again to our SUAA members. We have another interview for you today. We are speaking with Chloe Leblanc, and you may not know this, but Chloe is SUAA's first intern, college intern. She is a student at Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville, and we just wanted to introduce her to our audience. Um, as staff has gotten to know her, we've been very impressed. She's been very helpful to us, and so we just wanted you to get to know her as well. So, Chloe, I know you're a student, as I was just saying, from SIUE. But you're from O'Fallon, Missouri, in the suburbs of St. Louis.
Yes.
So how does I'm originally from the suburbs of St. Louis as well. So I lived in Illinois, then went to school in St. Louis. You're from the St. Louis area. You go to school in Illinois. So what made you choose Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville?
So I actually only applied to two places, UMSL and SIUE, so in St. Louis, but just after visiting SIUE's campus, I just like fell in love with the campus, and then they also gave me a good scholarship, so that helped.
And it was an easy decision then. And the nice thing about it is it's not too far. What is it? Only about 45 minutes or an
Yeah.
hour or so from O'Fallon. Um, And I think if I recall correctly, it's a political science degree you're
Mhm.
going for. What got you interested in that in pursuing that degree?
Yeah, so in high school, I did Missouri Youth in Government, which was like a mock government, and we like wrote bills and presented them with other schools and everything. And so it was kind of like a debate team sort of thing, and I kind of just got interested in the legislative process and all that. And I think SIUE solidified my choice because starting at the political science program, I didn't really know what I wanted to do exactly, but all of the professors are so amazing in this program and kind of like helped me narrow down my options.
And so you're a senior now, correct?
Mhm.
Uh, and I know so the idea was kind of brought to me that we should SUAA, there may be an internship opportunity from SIUE. And I know we got a few candidates who had applied. How did you come across this internship?
Yeah, so I didn't even know about it. I didn't get a chance to even apply because like I had no idea what SUAA was, and then over winter break, I guess the candidate they were gonna go with like dropped out or something, and Keith emailed me over winter break because he found me on a previous SIUE alumni's LinkedIn page and noticed that I was doing poli sci and like worked I was like Katie Canham's like page for a day and like with Katie Stewart and everything. So he found me through that and yeah, it was a good fit. So
Well, it must have been a good fit because to let our audience know, it was Keith Becker, who's the SUAA chapter president, excuse me, president there at Edwardsville. And he said, "Oh, I think I found someone, this girl named Chloe, and I'll go meet with her." And so then I got on a call with Keith and Chloe and Natalie Rosales Hawkins, and Keith just opens up by saying, "Yeah, she's hired. We got her." They go, "Okay." So then there's nothing that I really have to do here. Keith kind of took care of that interview process. And so I'd say Chloe's kind of been working with us for, gosh, it's probably going on 2 months now. It's gone
yeah.
by pretty quickly. And I know I said earlier that Chloe's been doing some important work for us here that's been very helpful. Chloe, could you go over? Obviously, there's some of the tasks I'm familiar with that you've done here for the state office that I'd like you to share with the audience. But you'd also know more about what you've been doing at the chapter level there in Edwardsville. So could you tell our members about some of the projects you've been working on?
Yeah, so first and foremost we're kind of trying to get the SUAA like social media presence. Like to recruit new members and also keep existing members like in the loop and expand what some of the smaller chapters are able to like do so that the smaller chapters can get more of a platform to share like what they've been doing on in their SUAA chapters. And so we've kind of begun that and got, um, I think we got like 100 more followers on the LinkedIn page or something like that. So
We're now at about 1:30, and so
yeah.
depending on when this interview airs, maybe we'll have already told our members to join the SUAA company page. But yes, that's the State Universities Annuitants Association on LinkedIn, and Chloe
Yeah.
has helped with that.
And I've kind of worked with Keith to email various chapter leadership and like encourage them to send us like pictures, events, just so and encourage them to follow the page, but also so we can start like getting the awareness out there that like, hey, like other smaller chapters besides the UIUC and SIU system are also like active in the community. And then also working with you on the seamless AI initiatives and like another way to get increased membership and make people aware of what SUAA is doing. Um, and then on the SIUE level, Keith has been very um he's been very good at his networking presence, and I've helped
Mhm.
coordinate events with him for SIUE, and then we had our Cougars in the Capitol Day just to share SUA's legislative platform, and I'm getting to meet a lot of representatives, which is really cool for me, and also great to let them know what SUA is doing and get the word out.
Yeah, and I want to get to that Cougars at the Capitol Day in a second. Chloe's had the opportunity to come to Springfield twice now. I mean, she'd previously been to Springfield before. You were saying you had, I think, shadowed leader Katie Stewart. So some background there is when we say seamless AI is the state office has been working on reaching out to the currently employed at universities and community colleges, and we've really just started that initiative, but we've been able to produce new members. We've been able to get some leads for new members. And so Chloe's played a pivotal role of sometimes when I'm busy or other members of our staff are busy and we don't have time to accrue these email addresses, Chloe's been able to take on that role, and that's allow us to reach a whole new audience that is oftentimes difficult to find. Um, so yes, as you were just saying, you would come up for this lobbying day with other students, and I know we had some SIUE faculty and SUAA members that came along. Um, who were some of the folks you got to meet here at the Capitol? I know you said you met some legislators, but who did you get to meet?
So, we were kind of like the session was crazy that day, so everyone was running around in the house. We were supposed to have a scheduled meeting with Amy Ellick, Representative Amy Ellick, but she got pulled back onto the floor, so we were kind of like waiting around the house doors like for her to come out. And so we got to reconnect with her, which I had already met her at her campaign fundraiser. So I got to reconnect with her, and that was like exciting and share what SIUE was doing there. And then we got to meet with Senator Belt. I forget what areas he is in because he wasn't one of the ones that I was scheduled to meet with because I was scheduled for the ones of within like Madison County. So I got to meet Katie Stewart again, reconnect with her. Um, we took like a bunch of group photos with the SIUE students and SUAA, and you were in some of those too. And then who else? Oh, Representative Kevin Schmidt, got to
Kevin
see him
Schmidt, yes,
too.
that's right,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think so these legislators that Chloe is mentioning, these are folks down in the Metro East area of Illinois. They've I mean SIUE is in their district, and if not the actual school, then certainly many of the faculty, students, and staff. Um, and yeah, so Representative Schmidt, he just visited SIUE. I think it was earlier this week, maybe it
Yeah,
was late
on
last week. What
Wednesday.
was that event about?
So SIUE recently, I think it was only like 2 years ago that we broke ground on the new health sciences building. So right when I started at SIUE, it was still a field, but it's a fully up and running. Like they have classes in there now just within 2 years. So Representative Kevin Schmidt is involved on a lot of public health committees in the
Hmm.
House. Um, so he kind of wanted to see like what SIUE's nursing and pharmacy programs are doing and like how this new building is like benefiting them and will kind of hopefully keep nurses in Illinois and put they're partnering with like Anderson Hospital and like hospitals in the area to give these students like opportunities post grad. And the new we gave him like a tour of the new building and he shared like his legislative platform with us and like why the work is important.
Well, here it is. You are a college senior, and you're rubbing elbows with all of these different legislators. You've got to go to the lobbying day in the Capitol. You came up previously for a primary election conference in which different, let's say, representatives for the GOP and the House Democrats, House senators, they went over different races. So you've really immersed yourself. In the political field so far. What does the future hold for Chloe LeBlanc? I believe you've said you wanted to get into politics or legislative work. What are your thoughts on your future?
Yeah, so this has been such a great opportunity. I didn't expect to get an internship like this semester. I already work as an RA, so I was like, wasn't expecting another job at all. So this has been like amazing because I have so much more experience with the legislative process now that I can use to apply for jobs and hopefully get my foot in the door. I am applying for the legislative staff internship program right now, which is a post-grad internship through University of Springfield, to
Hmm.
work in the Capitol. So I'm actually turning in that application today. So pretty
Okay.
exciting. But yeah, so I hope to work in the Capitol or local government in some way. But I don't really know what the future holds beyond that. I'm kind of trying to figure out what my area of public policy is. I don't know if I want to go into campaign management or actually be on the front line and like run for office, but we'll see.
Well, and you'll have plenty of time to decide. And as you said, so yes, you may be graduating from Edwardsville, but perhaps we'll be seeing a lot more of you than over at the Capitol here in the near future, as I myself or Drew Bo Davies or Brian Sodi are walking around. Um, so Chloe mentioned she was turning in her application today. Also today, Chloe's spring break begins. So she has places to be, so I can't keep her here too much longer. So Chloe, I just want to say, there's been a lot more work that you've also been doing with the association. I know it's been reaching out to different chapter leaders and other work on social media. We've got some new projects we'll probably get you helping out with here soon, but it's been fantastic having you on, and it's great to hear that you've found a lot of use out of this internship. So I'll also say to any other chapter leaders or anybody watching this, if you're interested in having an internship program, you could contact me, Thomas, at SUAA.org if you have any questions, or if you want to get your own program started, because, there is a lot of, as Chloe was saying, useful work that can be done to enhance a resume, but is also a big help to us, the SUAA staff. So, Chloe, thank you for taking the time to meet with me, introduce yourself to our members. Thank you again so much for all the work you've done, and we'll continue to do the rest of this semester. Uh, Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching. And Chloe, we'll let you go here and enjoy your spring break.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you, Chloe. Take care.